Hi, everybody. Oh my God. Hello. Hi. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, which is very exciting. I don't know if you guys have been having a good week. I hope you have. I really do, because life sucks right now. It's weird. I mean, like, it's good, but like the world, that's why we're here. We're here to escape for a little bit. But I hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Hi, Bagel. Thank you for redeeming your honk. I also we do have a couple of updates on some of the commands and channel point redeems. I forgot to add the overlay, but there is a cute little gift that goes along with the goose honk that for any daily honk redeems. And then we also have another command for if I forget to dress Dennis for you guys. Because I talked about it on Monday too, where I was like, forgot to do it on Friday. I'm going to remember to do it today. And then I realized after that I completely forgot to dress him on screen for you guys as well. So we now have exclamation Dennis, Dennis, where if I forget for some reason to dress y'all's version of him on screen, somebody can just hit that. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Thank you, Bagel. But it'll pop up a little message to remind me that Dennis is naked and he needs to be dressed. So, speaking of dressing Dennis, he's here and ready to go, but we got to pick out his hat for the day. So, just a quick little reminder of which ones we have for him. We've got the strawberry hat, the bunny ears, which I believe is what he was wearing on Monday, the orange, the carrot, the sprout, and the chicken. So, if anybody has a preference on what hat they want him to be in today, sorry, blocked the mic, my bad. Sprout, I honestly was thinking Sprout today as well, just because since we can just make him a little plant, and then we're getting more plants in the game, and it's going to be incredible. And then we can pick out his glasses too. So we've got the 3 wire glasses, black, gold, rose gold, and then we have a set of black and a set of pink, almost like librarian type glasses. And then we've got the 90s rave glasses, which are what he was wearing on Monday. So we can get him into one of those of anybody's choosing. And I also had the thought of making this a channel point redeem, but then I'm also like, but getting him dressed at the start is kind of fun. But if anybody has a preference on which glasses he wears, if not, I may see if one of the babies, I lie, they're both passed out at the moment, so I don't think they're going to be interested in choosing them. But I can always draw at random as well if nobody else has a preference, which is A-okay. And then I will hopefully, fingers crossed, remember to get the other version, like the digital version of him dressed today. Hi, sweet boy. You gonna come hang out? Okay, I will do a random draw. We've got little gold wire glasses, so we'll get him into those. I think the little wire glasses are my favorite combo with the Sprout hat. It's so stinking cute. There we go. He's ready to go. I love him so much. Okay, so he's going to hang out here. Those are not for you to munch on, my love. Thank you. This is why I have to immediately put them up, because inevitably Ferris will find them. Okay, cool. And then we have our daily poem. He does look very spiffy, doesn't he? But we're going to go ahead and read our poem for today. It is a little bit of a longer one, but the little bit of it that I read earlier, I think is a really, really good one. And it is another one of the few that are titled, but it is again from our little book called, hi, you're blocking my view of myself, so I don't know if this is in frame right. I mean, I assume it is. But I Am Her Tribe from Danielle Dobby. Sooner or later, I'm going to figure out how to show you guys the cover, but it's just white embossed, so it's hard to see. But today's is titled The Earth That Holds You. I know some days the light can seem too far out of reach, and there are some nights when you can barely breathe, the flowers in your eyes wilting one by one, then dropping to the floor. Our healing isn't always meant to be seen. Sometimes it's stepping foot into the forest, carving the sacred out of our darkness. The aching has her teachings, and when we get quiet enough, we hear its stories. The answers have always been buried deep within the shadows of our ground. Come softly, sit quietly, and lean in closer. Do not be scared of the dark, of your dark. It is where your growth lives. In time, your eyes will bloom again. I love these poems so much. They're always just such a great reminder of that balance between challenging yourself. Bagel, no. I love this book so much, and I've had it for years. It was a birthday gift from one of my college roommates, and I've like looked at them here and there, but I love reading them at the start of stream because they're just such good reminders to take care of ourselves and be gentle with ourselves, but also push ourselves out of our comfort zones as well. It is called I Am Her Tribe by Danielle Dobby, Doby. Here, I can show it this way. I Am Her Tribe. Yeah, big fan. I love it very much. So hopefully, yeah, of course, Bagel. But hopefully you guys are enjoying them as much as I am. Oh my goodness, I kissed one of the babies before stream, and now her fur is like stuck to my nose. So if you see me like grabbing at my nose, it's just me trying to get the rogue piece of fur that's hanging out. But don't you don't get the chance to come up here and be on my desk and then be mad when I have to grab my mouse. You're the one sitting on it. But this is, let me see if I can get him to turn around. I know. This is the baby boy that looks like the kitty in game. He's just Pharaoh's. He's such a sweet boy. He's like, yeah, okay, Ma, I'm done. Leave me alone. The BB. But yeah, so we do have some updates to commands. I did also update the command. Hey, mods, thank you. Alrighty, but I did update that where it actually has them. So a couple of the newer ones is the Dennis command in case I forget to get him dressed, because I can't get him dressed for you guys until we are in the game screen. That's where I have to edit it at. So inevitably I always forget because I'm always waiting on ads. We've got about a minute and a half before we're going to hit ads and then we'll start game. But Lurking has a new fun little like Easter eggy thing. And then, you know, the Magic 8 Ball, and then Daily Honks is just to see how many Daily Honks you've redeemed. I'm pretty sure I fixed the Daily Honks where you can only redeem one per stream. But if for some reason that's not the case, just don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Abuse it, I guess. That's not, I don't think that's the word I wanted, but it's the word I ended up with. That was embarrassing. My water bottle's closed. Everyone look away. Look away from my shade. Oh my goodness. No, Bagel, no! Oh my god. I'm so used to just having it open that like I rarely ever close it. So whenever that happens, I'm always like, oh, man. Perfect. I think that's kind of all of the like miscellaneous updates that I have. I'm trying to remember. I always hate it. I need to write stuff down. So I'm always like, oh, I want to talk to them about this. I want to mention this. And then I get here and I'm like, I forgot. But hopefully we will finish Strange Horticulture tonight. If not, then we'll pick it back up again on Monday. Because Friday is our normal Fable Friday. We are back to that normal schedule for that, still starting at 7:30. And then tomorrow, and I'll mention this again later, but tomorrow we are doing a surprise stream that is out of our schedule, but we are going to be hopping on at 6. Bagel, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 6 o'clock with Bagel to play some more of the Berglund Gnome game that we played a little bit of. Perfect. Thank you. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is correct. But we're going to be playing more of Berglund Gnomes because it was so much fun. And we only got to play for about an hour before we played Phasmo with Melly and Kat. So definitely, come by for that if you guys are available. And then also, while I am thinking about it, if you guys don't already follow Bagel, go hang out with her whenever she's live. She's incredible. And also just such a chill streamer where, if you can chat, the chat's really fun. But if you just want to lurk and hang out, also incredible. So go give her some love as well. But we'll be live with her tomorrow. We'll be live with her tomorrow playing Berglund Gnomes just a little bit earlier than normal. But I think we just popped into ads. So as soon as those wrap up, we're going to jump straight in the game because I honestly don't know how far along we made it. In terms of just like whether we made it like halfway through the game or not. I feel like I was moving a little slower on Monday, and I don't know if it's just because I was like, I want to explore every possible thing, or the handful of times that my brain just wasn't clicking on certain things. But I also feel like we moved at a decent pace. So I don't know. Yeah, I typically Google the playtime for games so I know roughly how long we'll be at a game. And this one seemed like it was going to be about 2 sessions, but that could go longer because I also like to see cool stuff. So I may just push a little deeper, spend more time on something that other people may not have. But I've got my little notebook with the like miscellaneous notes that we took Monday, so that we know like the farmer's worry. We needed that for like the White Scar Cave, so we're not going to go back there until we've got that plant. But overall, having a super super fun time with this game. I went ahead and I either wishlisted or bought a second one. I can't remember. But definitely going to be playing Strange Antiquities at some point as well. I don't know if I want to jump immediately into this one or that one next week after we finish this one up, or if I want to spend just a little bit more time on something else and kind of come back to it. I don't know. We'll make that call on the fly, because part of me is like, it makes sense to play it immediately after, but the other part of me is like, but it's really fun, and like spacing it out means that that fun lasts longer, at least my brain does. But I was just cleaning herself over there. Give her some privacy. Oh my goodness. But yeah, awesome. I still feel like there was something else I was going to tell you guys. It's gone. It'll come back eventually, I'm sure. You know, just like normal when you're like dead asleep and then you wake up and you're like, the thing. I forgot the thing. Oh, just another reminder. This wasn't the original thing. But I will give this a reminder again as soon as ads end, just to make sure that whoever's here hears it. But I do have the follower notebook. If you have not seen your follower sticker, especially anybody that has followed while I'm not online, I always do prefer people follow when I'm live just so I can show you your stickers, but that is not always the case, and I'm very thankful for any follows that come through at any point in time. But if you have not seen your follower sticker, let me know, and I'm more than happy to show it to you, because they're really freaking cute and I want everybody to see them. Yeah, welcome back, you guys. Just a quick recap. If you guys have not seen your follower stickers and you would like to, let me know. I'm more than happy to show it to you, especially if you were to have followed off stream or anything along those lines and you haven't seen it. I'd say, okay, I'm glad to take a second and show you guys, because they're really freaking cute. So that is there. I think that kind of covers everything that I was thinking about. Yeah, so we got Dennis dressed, and I'll make sure to dress him in a second. We read our poem, talked about the surprise stream tomorrow. I think that's everything. So I think we're clear to go ahead and get straight into the game. And also, if I start shrimping a lot, so I've noticed that in the last couple of VODs that I've gone back and watched, because I end up like sinking so much lower in frame, yell at me, even if because I think I may have a posture redeem, even that, if you don't want to use that, yell at me, because it's terrible. Hi, Quail. How are you, my dear? I hope you're having a good morning for you, if I'm remembering correctly. Thank you so much for hopping in and joining us. I appreciate it very, very much. We do not currently have Kitty Cam, so we are just going to hop right on in here and pause. I also moved my camera just a bit because I felt like I was blocking a handful of things. It didn't seem like it was anything like crazy important, but I can definitely remind you. Dennis, I need to address Dennis. Hold on, please hold. What are you wearing today? Sprout and gold. If I don't do it now, I will forget. Okay, gold wire frames and the Sprout hat. Amazing. He is no longer Nikki. We are good. Okay, cool. Amazing. So we were learning a little bit more last time about a couple murders that had happened around town. We had gotten a handful more plants, so we're learning to like identify a handful of those. We had just gotten a new card. We didn't do anything else with it, but I believe... So this one I don't think you guys could see last time. This is just like a closer inspection where we can put a plant and see some more information about it. But down here at the very, very bottom is a thing saying the Rising Dread, and it's like a counter. Give me a second, though. I feel like there might be a better spot for me, because this, while it's helpful, because people will be here, so I don't want to block here. But I feel like I may be able to be up in this corner with no problem. So, sweet, sweet baby boy. I tell you this all the time, that you do make a better door than a window. And another famous one, your daddy was not a glass blower. Please. I'm going to see around him. Wait, is that better? I feel like you guys can see more this way. But that might just be me. But if I notice anything else up there that you guys can't see, I'll try and let you know. But I feel like being able to see this counter is good. Because we went to, like, okay, perfect bagel, thank you. But the last time we went to, like, the site of where a guy was murdered, and this ticked up. So I think y'all being able to see that would be nice. But we'll see how it goes. Cool. So this note we got, I think some random guy came in and dropped it off. A little geek, yeah. Give him a little pet before we get started. He dropped it off and it says, I represent a small group, or a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside of the Sadville Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Praise the Dendrew. Oh, thank you for clicking that, my friend. Perfect. Thank you for lurking, Bagel. I appreciate you. And so I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm going to ignore it. I don't think I want to leave the St. John poppy. He gave me weird vibes. I didn't like it. So I think we're going to ignore that one and take our chances. Yeah, there should be. I'm hoping it played down here in the bottom corner. But as long as it's working correctly, there should be a new little thing that kind of pops in and pops back out. But yeah, so I don't know if I trust this. So I think we're going to leave it be. We do still have this little flower. Thank you. I tried to update a couple of things today just to make them more personalized, so hopefully they're all working. But we do still have this flower, which does match the one on the front of the book, but I don't know what that like fully leads to at the moment. And then we have this card, so after every day, for anybody who may not have been here Monday, after every day we draw like a tarot card type thing, and it leads to a new location on the map that we can go and explore. We've got this will to explore over to the side here, and that is what we have to build up, and it does build up over time, or if we water our plants. But as we build that up, once it's glowing like it is now, we can go out and investigate a new spot on our map here. Sometimes it's like I'm wasting my time here. There's like nothing here. Wait a second, I gotta plug in my headphones. I should have done that earlier today, but I forgot. So I think first we're gonna do I believe this. Let's actually do this, and then we can bring over the things from here. So this overlay lined up with this chunk of land here, and so F2 was one of the spots. And I believe in my notes that I wrote down, I have Blue Winter. And I can't remember if that was a place or if that was a plant that we needed in order to go back there. I think it was a plant. So we'll go back once we acquire Blue Winter. And then the White Scar Cave, which was way down here in the corner, that we need the Farmer's Worry before we can do whatever that is. So we're not going to go back to either of those places and waste our will to explore until we have one of those two things. But this is our new tarot card. So 5 miles south of the tallest, but one. Which makes me think that we've got to find the second tallest mountain. We've got one down here that's 215, so I think that one's out. We've got 600, which I think is also out because I see a couple 900s up here. 551. And I think that's all of the ones that are kind of hanging out like outliers. So we've got 978 and 902. Do we have any other 900s? Got an 803, a 393. Okay, so we have a lot of 800s, a lot of 600s, but I think 978 is the tallest, and then 902 would be the next tallest. So 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. So 5 miles south of Bowfell would be my guess, and each block is a mile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hopefully this will lead us somewhere. Perfect. And when the tarot card dissolves off like that, that's a great visual indicator of like, hey, you did it. All right. So the forest here is lush and vibrant. The birdsong feels enchanting, like a call of sirens. Nestled in the undergrowth under the shade of a birch tree, a plant grows. Ooh. That's a cool looking one. Okay, so this guy is our new guy. Pretty cool. A large blue flower with an odd protrusion. Okay. Alright, so we are good on map at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna put this letter away. We'll leave that out. We've got our labels, so we can welcome our first. Pliant and wood. I was able to strip away the swift snare's vines and lift the lid with more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. At least that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer, I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the gray ash. On the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, "With Solomon's scepter, I await." Solomon's scepter, that's a plant, right? It sure is. And also, random aside, I don't think you guys can hear him, but my husband is playing games and we are pretty close, so if you hear him every now and then, apologies, but you know, he's having fun too, so. Okay, Solomon's Scepter, we do have that one. Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes Solomon's Scorn, the flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. That was hard to say. I think that tripped me up Monday too. Okay. So a lot of small flowers on the stem, which makes me kind of think one of these guys. Light purple flowers, the smell is alluring. Oops. Sweet-smelling small flowers. Okay, I think this is a strong contender. So we can hang on to that one. I'll put him right here so we know to come back. This one I don't think looks quite right. I don't believe any of the other ones are just small flowers all compiled. At least any of the other ones that we don't have labeled yet. So I feel good about this one. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, so we need to go ahead and label this one. Solomon's Scepter. We'll go red. Again, no rhyme or reason to my color coding. It's just off of vibes of which color I feel like selecting. And later, when I actually want to use the color coding, it's going to be an adventure to fix it. We got another one. I clicked through it. What did we get? Furia? No. Is that the light blue flowers? I remember seeing that one. It's a new one. Is it this mushroom? Benefit from its properties that release a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are a type of fungus themselves, not part of the plant. Ooh, Ooh, Farmer's Worry. Okay, I think this was the new one, because this is one of the ones that we needed. A spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants strength for short periods of time, at the expense of severe fatigue. Bye, sweet boy. Once the effect is worn off. Okay, Sandfire, I think we already had... I didn't mean to click through that one that fast, and I didn't pay attention to what it was. And I can't remember if the Farmer's Worry was one that we had in the book, but don't actually have, like, physically. Remember that one? Ooh, no. I think this one's the one that we just picked up. The paper that we just picked up. So Winter Boar, also known as Blue Aloe or Blue Winter, which is one that we needed for whatever was at F2. Also known as Blue Aloe or Blue Winter after its cool blue-gray flowers, Winter Boar is a hardy plant often found growing in extreme cold environments. The rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent when applied to the skin. Okay, so we need something that's got blue flowers. Gray-blue flowers with an orange center. This feels right. So this is Blue Winter, which means we should ideally be able to, now that our will to explore is high, go back to F2 and use this. So we'll give that a shot. Okay, so F2. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some Blue Winter to keep them at bay. Where did it go? This one. Yay! The Blue Winter saves my skin, but the swirling mass of insects is so thick in places that it's hard to see. At length, I come across what I came for and hurry away. Dranthium, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Oof. Okay, so we need to label you. Blue Winter? Is that what that one's called? I should probably actually name that one what it was actually named, Winter Boar. Otherwise, I'm going to confuse myself later. Winter Boar. Okay. Perfect. Then we'll collect that plant. Ooh, spiny boy. This new guy. Let's see who's next. Hi, David. I heard a shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near the Swinside Stone Circle. I believe that is where someone was murdered previously. They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's got them panicked down Foxfield Way. Okay. Kentmere Eye. What does that mean? Kentmere Eye. Kentmere. Here. But what does the eye mean? Oop, nope. No! I would like to just move you. Okay, so if Kentmere is here, what would the eye be? It's the stone... Wait. No, it's a mouth of a river, not eye of a river. Kentmere Eye. Okay, I may hang on to that one until we get some more people come in and think on it, instead of wasting our will to explore. So we'll pull somebody else in. Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed gilded dendra that was used at the Swinside ritual site. It's a worrying sign. It's a plant that's used in several of the darker incantations, and it can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Arda. There must be a connection between this other murder and the Sisterhood. I need some mental clarity to think it through some more. Some maiden sorrow would help a lot. So the Arda is the leader of the Sisterhood, which is like I guess like a group of witches, I guess is how you could explain them. Maiden sorrow. Rubbing the soft leaves of the plant between one's fingers and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it's the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend its name. Okay, so the one that we just got has thorns, but it doesn't really droop. So I don't feel like that is the right one. That one we've already got labeled. Do we have any other thorny boys? Okay, this one's thorny. And it's droopy, so I think this is... Okay, let's do this one. I think this is correct. Perfect. Red Ebony. This plant is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure in secret writings. The red ebony is extremely rare and not well studied. Blood has been spilled over this plant, which is where the red part of the name is believed to have come from, since, confusingly, the large flower is in fact blue. Alright. Let's make sure we've got you labeled as Maiden's Sorrow. Press. Okay. Perfect. Good on that front. Somebody else? Reuben Ward. This is the investigator that's investigating the murders. And I think... I'll come back and read his stuff in a second. He, in his bio, because we can look at the bios for everybody. In his bio, it mentions his only child, daughter, had seemed troubled for some time before running away from home several years ago. And then we talked to Bethany, who is part of the Sisterhood, so the group of quote-unquote witches. She spoke of a girl that was a runaway and came to them a few years ago. So I believe that girl is Reuben's daughter. At least that is my guess on that one, but we do not have confirmation of that. I don't know why I hit escape there. Okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to make a trip to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something at the Swinside site that had me pondering. A piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can't think of anywhere else around there where you'd get a slate from. That and Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills, I'll want to take some eyebright with me. Wouldn't want anyone sneaking up on me in the dark. Okay, my friend, let's get you some eyebright. Okay. Take care not to touch its brightly colored thorns. They will do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that'll cause a severe pain for several days. A plant that only grows in the south and warmer climates, where they call it Lotha after a long-dead king, known to improve eyesight at night, even in the darkest of places. Okay, so we had two more that had thorns, but this one was already labeled as Mellow Glow, so this is the only other one. And it says those thorns look menacing. I'm staying well clear of them. So the thorns. I'm gonna try that again. The thorns are the focus on this one, so this is what I believe to be accurate. Perfect. Wild Coal. The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claim that it is bad luck to pick berries from it. Oof. Okay, this is eye bright. We'll do red. Okay. tourist fair. Does that ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some gray sandfire. Nobody around here seems to even know what I'm talking about, but I hope I'm in the right place. Sandfire has a tough outer bark, which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. The flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of roaring fire. Okay. This one's kind of bark type. That makes sense. Smells faintly of wood smoke, feels like rough glass paper. Here you go, my friend. Sweet. Ember Soul. Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers of many petals. Watch out for the leaves. They're razor sharp. Okay, you were gray sandfire. Cool. Okay. And then end of day, so we don't have anybody else coming in. So now we just have this. Okay, so we did that. So we can get rid of that. Now we just have Kentmere Eye. And I am not 100% sure what that means, because we've got Kentmere here still. So what is the eye? We've got surrounding it, we've got the stone circle where the daughters are, which is the like sister part of the sisterhood section. Tarn, Crag, Sadgill, Bay, Ambleside. I don't think I can get to the stone circle. I want to say that the daughterhood, like the sisters, like stopped me from going through. But that may not be correct. Like the Kentmere Eye kind of makes sense for that because it would be like round like an eye. I'm not sure what else would be the eye. So we've got some. We'll give this a shot. The Circle of Ancient Rhyolite Boulders has been a site of ritual importance for hundreds of years. A lone pillar of red sandstone stands off to one side. Okay. Else would be considered the eye. Can you guys think of any, like, land markers that would be referred to as an eye? I don't feel like mountains are referred to as eyes. I don't feel like the eye of a river is a thing. I know there's like the mouth of a river, which is where it like flows into others. Like the start of the river. Okay, we may just start the next day and call it. I believe tomorrow is Friday. Yes, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow is when... Oh, I forgot we have this. So once we find Red Avenue, we can do... Okay, hold on, pause. We'll do that in a second. But first train of thought. This gentleman wanted us to put the St. John's Poppy outside of the church at Sadgill before Friday. But I don't feel good about that. So I'm not doing it. I'm going to take the chances of not making him happy or making him unhappy. So I don't think we're going to do that. But this one, we got it along with this thing. It says, it is said that the Red Avenue, which I think we just got the paper on, has a property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. So let's see if we have Red Avenue, because it could be that there's more to this letter that we just can't see. Okay, this plan is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writings. Perfect. Yes. Okay, I feel like we're on the right track now. It's extremely rare and not well studied. Blood's been spilled over it, which is where the red part comes in, even though it is blue. Okay, and so it looks like a taller, skinny blue plant. Okay, what about... Is it you? Large blue flower with an odd protrusion. Okay, I feel like those line up. I feel like that makes sense. So can we do this? Got hidden text. Activate the viewing device. How does one view? Oh. Property of Nicholas Culpepper. Fascinating. A great oak. Okay. I'm gonna write that down so we can keep looking. So the great oak, which is in move that back, like in 9. What else do we have? Tomb of the Hunter. There's a lot of secrets here. Okay, which is in E14. Amazing, iconic, love it. So we've got one in the bottom corner. An elderfinium. Elderfinium. Okay. So we can immediately go to one of these. What is that? Q? 30? Okay, so let's go... I think we'll go here first. To Q30, and we'll go pick up the elderfinium. Whoever wrote on my map has been very helpful. I would never have thought to come out this desolate place in search of a plant life, but a quick search yields exciting results. Whoa! Oh, that's a cool little dude. That's fascinating. Okay. And then we had... The great oak was in 9, so let's water some plants. And then we can build up our will to explore higher. And go check out one of those other 2 places as well. I was hoping I'd be able to upgrade my watering can just to do this faster, but I don't know if that is going to be a thing or not. One more? One more. Perfect. Okay, so we need to go to N9. N9. A huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could have ever imagined any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. Okay. Cool. Alright, well, we're done with the elderfinium one, so let me cross that out so I don't confuse myself later. And we could water more and go check out the other one. At B14. And it is cold in my house today. The weather has changed so much in the last like 3 or 4 days. Like yesterday, I was sitting here playing Monster Hunter with my husband off stream, and I was like full babushka, like in my blanket, my controller under my blanket, just trying to stay warm because it was so cold in here. Like, it's really not even that bad. It just, for some reason, so cold. So I may end up taking a break for a moment and putting on my little snuggie. It's cold again. Alright, B14. B14. The memorial bears the name Swaif Pryor. It stirs a memory. He was one of the Dreyer, which I think, I may be mistaken, but I think the Dreyer may be the guy that's like, hey, put this St. Poppy thing outside of the church. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of dangerous addiction. They build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. I don't know if we'll need that name, but... 1786 to 1832. So, what's that math? 20, 50, 46? I think. I can't math fast. That's a fun one. Okay, so that's everything on the map. Is there anything on my book? Oops. Okay, we're just gonna get in the habit of every time... Oh, it works! Every time we get a new page, or we like have to go look at a new page, we will just double check to make sure that there's nothing else going on, because I don't want to click through literally everything right now. Okay, and then just whatever the heck this means. Oh, whoa, what are you? Whoa, what are you? Get out of here. There's magic. Okay, right, let's end day. Get a new tarot card. Sorry for the squeakies. Loic to Ilgil Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. At first she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually she made her way to Grisdale Forest. Oh, this might be that... we get like a little snippet of a story every morning. I just realized that might be telling the story of the girl that ran away. That might be Reuben's daughter. Okay. Anything here? No. Okay, Loic to Ilgil Head. Hi, buddy. Okay. Loic. Loic. Down here. To Ilgil Head. To Ilgil Head. Ilgil. Well, there's Sadgil. Am I covering it? Oh, right here. That looked like an M. Okay. So Loic to Ilgil Head. And Foxfield to Crinkle Crag. And it's got a picture of a house with mountains. So if we're going this way, and then this way, then these are the mountains, I would assume. Okay, let me zoom in further. Then, where did the card go? Here we go. Okay, so I assume it's these. There is a little house right here at Torver. But Loic? The it's not even like a straight line. Because a straight line would be like go this way. But it says the house, so like I feel like this makes sense. So we'll start there. Tover is a pleasant town to spend a quiet afternoon in. Amazing. Love that for us. Okay. Alright, there wasn't anything special on it. Are any of the plants special? Maybe not. Okay. Still got that pizza fur just hanging out. Okay. Ennis Ilford. Ignoring our offer was a mistake, horticulturist. Dendru has awoken, the redemption is upon us, and when it arrives, you will not be spared. Oh. This is awkward. Hi, buddy. Okay. My mind is clouded. Dark. I see it, and it sees me. All of me. Elderfinium is the answer. It must be. I will not forget those who helped me, horticulturist. Is that what I want? This is what I want. I think we just got the page for Elderfinium. The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to dendromiasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in painful death. It has an intoxicating scent similar to that of Solomon's scepter. Okay, didn't we just pick that up? Sweet, strong aroma. Oh, okay. That heartbeat sound gets me every time. I keep forgetting it's the will to explore filling up. Is it this guy? Don't know. I feel like it is. I think this makes sense, and I'm pretty sure this is one that we just got when we went to explore the like secret map spots. Okay, Larkshine. Larkshine is a plant with powerful defense mechanisms. It releases stinging barbs triggered by light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days, sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. Okay, Elderfinium. Perfect. Okay, who is next? Grace Enright. My mom was into horticulture. I found this among her things. Golden light, that's a plant, right? I'm not sure what long Meg could mean, though. Is that another plant? Anyway, I thought you should have it just in case it's any help. She loved the shop. Aw. Golden light, start at Long Meg S3 E2. Okay, well that feels like directions, like South 3, East 2. So let's open this back up. We'll pull this out. So we're going to try and find what Long Meg can be. Long Meg. I assume it's not a direct... like, this is Long Meg. But I imagine there's something that would make sense. Long Meg. What's back here? There's low wood. Something Meg related. Dubay, Sedberg, Killington Lake, Constant Water, Haverick, Blackcomb, Roudsea Wood, Kirkhead Tower, Rustland, Lowick, Hawkshead, Bridal Cave, Grassmere, Fairfield Park, Jack's Rake, Great Gable, Lowwood, River Urt, River Esk, River Dow, River Crake, River Levin, River Gilpin, River Winster, River Kent, River Loon, River Sprint, River Kent. Don't see any more rivers. Long Meg. I feel like that one's such an oddball. It's like I don't even feel like it could be like Meg convert to numbers, because then I'd be like, what does that mean? River Crake. I don't see anything that I feel like would be Meg. Like shortened to Meg. Havereg, Foxfield, Wheaton Castle, Lowick, Greaseland, Grisdale Forest, Horver, the Old Man, Long Meg, River ESK. Okay, this may have to pause till we either find out more or it just clicks. Meat Hop, Whitbarrow, Arnside, Endmore, Scissor Castle, Barn Crag. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure at this current moment, but I assume once we find Long Meg, we'll go south 3, east 2. So I have a feeling I know what we're supposed to do. I'm just unsure from where. So the only things that we have on the map that start with an M that could be like initials is the Muncaster Castle. So that doesn't, at least in my head, it doesn't line up. Meg. What else do we have? I think that's about it. I don't really see a whole lot of other M. We've got Meat Hop. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna hang tight, and I think we're gonna wait until we. Oh shoot, we still have this too. Okay, well, let's look at that again as well. So we've got Lowick to Ilgill Head, which was this line here. And then Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. So it was these mountains. I'm just not sure where, because we tried here, and that did not get us anything. Also, again, apologies if you hear my husband. They're fighting monsters. I know I can hear him, but I don't know if you guys can. But we share relatively a space, so comes to the territory of both being gamers. But yeah, I'm not sure on this one either. So we've got 2 places that we could eventually go. Just gotta figure out what they are. Because like if we go to the, because it's still like they're not. Okay, is there like a way that we can like go over and then up and see like where they intersect? So like if we went up from Lowick and then over to Ilgill Head, like here, because then Crinkle Crag would go down and over. So we either have here, or if we did this way, it would just be straight into here. So I don't think that's right. So we'll give this a shot. There are more important things I should be doing back at the shop. Okay. That was incorrect. Alright, that's okay. I'll hang on to that and we'll grab somebody else here. And wood. Help me. The amulet. I can't remove it, and it's drawing the life from me. Oh, shoot. You got old. Oh, no. We've got that one... But it, like, makes you really, really weak, my friend. Long Verkund. Sometimes called Witch's Remedy. It's believed to lift curses. Okay, never mind. This is not the one I thought that she was talking about. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Small leaves, delicate flowers. Okay, possibly. Maybe this one. What else grows in pairs? Man, we're getting so many plants. I love this. That one's already been labeled. That one's also already been labeled. So I think it has to be that one because I don't see any more that have leaves like that. So we're gonna try this one. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, well, we don't already have it because it doesn't have a check mark down here. I am so sorry, my friend. Okay. And what else has leaves that grow in pairs? You're labeled. You are also labeled. Is this one that we just don't have yet? Because if that's the case, then we have to figure out the other two things before we can help her. Which kind of sucks. But if that's the case, then it means that we have everything we need in order to help her. Or to find the things to help her. Because that's the only one that looks like it could be the thing. So let's... Okay. Okay, so we still have Kentmere Eye. So I guess let's just try going straight to Kentmere. I descend into a pleasant valley where the village of Kentmere is situated. On my way, I pass the Brockstone, or Badger Rock, which has always been popular with local children who challenge each other to scramble up its craggy sides. I make a beeline to the village church, St. Cuthbert's, which is sheltered by an ancient yew tree. There are many plants to admire amongst the headstones and tombs, but sadly, nothing extraordinary for me to find today. Okay. Okay, so the Kentmere Eye. Let me close it. I just wanted to back out of that a little bit. We have Kentmere Eye, we've got this, and then we've got this. Okay. Well, Golden Light. Is that that was the plant, right? She'd mentioned a plant. Long Meg. Something in this zone. So what if we did heights? Is that crazy? This feels crazy. So we've got 859. And then minus 609 maybe? What was that, 250? Is there one that's 250 tall? I don't feel like this is in the right spot, but it's worth a shot. No. Okay, yeah, I see 215. Not a 250. Okay, I may grab a hint. Need to take another look at that clue card. Maybe that'll lead me to the plan I'm looking for. No way. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so this is what I need to focus on. So somewhere here. I'm like, I don't think it would be nitpicky enough to be like, these mountains match these, just based off of shape on the map. So I go that way. I'm going to cross through Foxfield. It's like there's obviously mountains in the back. Okay. You guys can't see what I'm about to do. But I'm going to see if there's literally a spot where they connect directly. Like if you do a straight line across. Okay. Does not sound like things are going well for my husband right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think it's this one. You guys can't see. But if I do straight lines from one to the other and one to the other, leave me here. We got it. Okay. All right. The magpie sees me before I see. I do not know how long it has been watching me, but I can tell that it's interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place, but not before collecting a plant for further study. One for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie and another plant I've never seen before. Two for joy. Two new plants. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be the one that we need for her. These are interesting. Okay, where's our book? It was long Verkund. Is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Flowers have a delicate scent, purple turning to pink ends. Okay, we can try it. Okay, cool. Amazing. Alright, I can feel it working. Thank you. So we identified that one. We've got Caldery. Excuse me, my god. The uses of Caldery are not well known. Some say its applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up his claims. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Cool. So Arduina is the goddess of the the sisterhood, the witchy group. I cannot for the life of me remember what they were actually called. But let's label this before I forget. Long Verkund. We can go explore again, so we still have the golden light. Figuring out what long Meg is. Do we have anything that would be considered long? Okay, no, we don't. Okay, so still figuring out that and still figuring out Kent or I. Let's see who else we've got today. Okay, we've got Amos Duncan. It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long, I'd started to wonder if you're still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. I'm back in town for a few days. Though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. Oh, they do. They do indeed. Okay, hold on. Get out of here. Okay, so we've got 4 of them now. We have these here, which I believe match those. So if we do this one, then this one, then this one, but it's upside down. So do we go the other way? Okay. Okay, and then this one, and then this one. That doesn't fully make sense, so we're gonna flip these around. What do we do with these? Okay, no secrets there. Okay, we'll keep them lined up at the bottom. I don't entirely know what they mean at the moment. It's like, these look like they tear like matches. These don't. Okay, well, we'll hang on to that. Let's see who's next. Simone Green. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found it while clearing out the nook off the east wing. Baylock's elixir. Fascinating. Okay. Made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants, Baylock's elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Baylock's and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Okay, so we've got symbols here, which I believe match our book. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to flip through and find these pictures. I'm also not sure how to combine them, but I can at least set them off to the side so that they'll all be like together. Oh, hey. Okay, well, you're meek, do. Okay, alright. Pause. We're gonna do like a couple of different things at the same time here. Where is the meek do? It helps if I'm actually looking at the tags. I was just like zooming right on through. Okay, alright, welcome back everybody. We acquired a letter from one of the patrons. She's like, I think you might find this interesting. She handed it to us, talking about Baylock's elixir. It's something that basically makes sure that you don't forget what you learn, but there was a lady named Grey Gale who just slowly lost her mind after taking it, so it does say beware of that. Awesome, big ol' welcome back. I hope you had a good dinner. We had tostadas tonight. They were tasty. But we've got Baylock's elixir, and so I'm trying to find these 3 symbols because I assume we combined those. But as we were looking for those, I came across Meekdu, which matches this symbol here. So I'm going through and finding it, and then just kind of setting it off to the side for a little bit. Hey, Mama Shump, how are you? We're just trying to find Meekdu so I can set it off to the side. I'm pretty sure it's one that we have already... Ooh, I lied. We didn't. We don't have it already labeled because there'd be a check mark here. So the beautiful flower is made up of many smaller florets that make a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for, may be pleasant looking, but touching the leaves against bare skin results in painful sores. Okay, I don't know if we have one that looks like it just yet. It's a 4-pronged leaf, I guess is a way to describe it. Most of the ones I see are 5s. So we may not have that plant yet. But that makes me think that each of these corresponds to a different plant for something. I still don't know what yet, but for something. I'm gonna keep flipping through and keep looking for these guys and see what we can find there. Good. I am glad to hear that you are doing good. Okay, so that's everything that we have at the moment. I don't... But it's like, this could potentially be this if you were looking at it from the top. But I also feel like it would just be like a direct pull, so it may just be stuff that we don't have yet. let's see. We've got two things that have like a little antennas. Do we have any plants that look like that? I mean, this one kind of does. Okay, we'll leave those be. We can go explore again. We do still have the Golden Light start at Long Meg, South 3, East 2. We still aren't sure what Long Meg is because it didn't look like there's anything on the map. I'm gonna put that away for a second. That was classified as Long Meg. I truly don't know if you guys can hear it. But they apparently just came across a monster that they have not seen yet because I just hear him go, "What was that? What was that?" Oh my goodness. Okay. But yeah, so we're looking for something that says Long Meg. And then we still have this letter that just says Kentmere I. And like we have Kentmere here. I don't know what would be considered the I. Like EYE-I. And then the Golden Light start at Long Meg. Because even if I did like MEG, like that's all on the same thing, so that doesn't really give me anything in terms of a starting point. And then the Kentmere I think was the other one. That takes up so much space though. But yeah, so Kentmere's here. I'm pretty sure we've gone just straight to Kentmere and there wasn't anything there. But I can't think, and I said this a little bit ago too, I can't think of any like land masses that would be considered an eye. Like there's like the mouth of a river and things like that, but I can't think of what would be considered the eye. What were you? I've had you for a while and I haven't actually done anything with you. Golden Light. Is that? I don't think that really gives anything. Oh, hold on. Interesting. Okay, if we square up on Kentmere, there's an eye here. So what if we tried that? The one that it's pointing at. Amazing. We did it, guys. Yeah. From Kentmere, I follow the bearing of the eye and end up in the small forest north of Kendall. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth, a type of flower is flourishing. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, cool. So we got a new berry plant. It says thin leaves and small purple-red berries. Perf. Okay, so that's the Kentmere eye, so you can go in now. I still need you. We don't need you because... I mean, I guess we technically could go to the church. We don't have to put anything there, but we could at least go look at it. And just be nosy. Or we could just end day. I think we'll just end day. Let's see. A new tarot card. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. So these I immediately point and pick up on directions. So my guess here would be starting in Tibet and going northeast, south, southwest, south, south, and ending there. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. Cool. Day 9, Saturday. Okay, so this one we should be able to do, and our World of Explore is already up and running, so let's start with the card. So in Tibet, which I think is over here, we're going to go north, east, south, south, west, south, south. Sweet. Oh, I'm glad we finally had an easy one, because the last couple of like Take my blood. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant sounds out against the swaths of purple heather, and there, another. Ooh, we got 2 new plants. Those are cool. Okay. Sweet. Let's open our drawer back up. We've got Simone Green. Long Meg? Sorry, I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. As long as you can get me some fever kits, that is. Too many late nights at the library are taking their toll. Okay, well, hopefully she'll be able to give us some insight on what the heck this means. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in color. Small red berries. Okay, amazing, love that. You guys were considered purple reds. I don't think you are it. What is... And I think that's all the ones that have red berries that I can see, and pale in color. So we're going to go with this one. Yes. Perfect. Which means we can label it. Mountain Astery promotes an aura of confidence and nailed it. And persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. Ugh. Gross. Fever red. Okay. Sweet. Who is next? Oh, David! You've got our mail again for the day, eh? There's talk around town of a woman who wears a green mask of jade. Mm-hmm. We've seen her. There's all sorts of oddballs in Undermere, but that's certainly unusual. Thank you. Okay. Backfoot candle. Okay, that's fine. We understand. We understand. So we're gonna pull out this thing, and we're gonna find Backfoot. 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 Perf. And then we're gonna do Backfoot candle. So we're gonna go here. The candle leads me east of oh my god. The candle leads me east of Wastwater. To the north, the mighty Scafell Pike raises the sky. Tallest peak in England, the challenge beckons to me. Perhaps another time. Ooh, what's a spiky boy? Oh, I think this might be the one that had like the kidney. It was called like a kidney plant or something. That one makes sense because it said that it was like hard to open or would like poke you if you try to open it. I have a hole in my shirt. Thankfully it's right on the seam so I can fix it, but just like went to go fix it and just stuck my finger straight through it. Okay, cool. Alright, so you're done. So let's see who's next. Forest Fair. I've been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that's rumored to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they call this thing the Servant. The people here seem to have forgotten that name. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. There's something I did not expect, and they have made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant. They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more. The Seeds of Redemption are the guys that gave us this note saying they wanted to recruit us and asking us to put St. John's Poppy outside of the church by Friday. We did not do that, and then Jubber showed back up again and was basically like, you'll rue the day. So intrigued to see what happens there. Okay, Dranthium. A plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye. That makes sense. A name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. My dude, my guy, my buddy, my pal. I think you should stop taking this. That It's not looking good for you there, my friend. Long, sharp leaves. Purple flowers, long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. Okay. So it could be this guy. I feel like that makes sense. Perfect. Okay, goodbye. Palliance. Most plants offer a small improvement to air quality. Palliance is in a class of its own. It's sometimes called sweet breath, thanks to the freshness of the air in its vicinity. The many short leaves of this plant are thought to help filter toxins from the surrounding air. Okay, that one might be the one that we tried to guess earlier, this guy. Oh, but before I get too far ahead, is it you? Oh, where'd it go? Here we go. Dranthium. Okay. Perfect. Who is next? Reuben Ward. I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eyebright is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day. Upon the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Oof. Whoops. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe-maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask, watching me, and beside her, something dark, inhuman, and bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I'll need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. Wild coal. The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owning to its rarity, and claim that it's bad luck to pick berries from it. This one I think was the only one that we had that had like purpley ready berries. So we'll do that one. Perfect. Norwood. A bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light. Okay, that makes me think that something may be going on that we can see with this thing. Maybe not. Or at least maybe not yet. Okay, cool. Next, Amy Sullivan. My son is very sick. Someone told me about a mushroom that produces a thick, milky liquid that will help relieve his stomach pains. I'm willing to try anything. We've had this one before, so let's go look at our mushrooms. They should all be over here. Okay, Wandering View. I don't think it was that one. Sunset. Nope. Sunset Mount Cap. Sometimes called Stinky Mount Cap as a result of its unpleasant odor. It's thought to deter unwanted souls. Okay. Okay, then we got you. And you. A viscous white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. Sure. Bishop's Parasol. Okay. I feel like we may have had that one and I just didn't label it before. But I will make sure to label it now. Bishop's Parasol. Bishop's Parasol. Okay. Next. Hi, Verona. Okay, perfect. Poor Reuben, he looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink. I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here, and with the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. And then the Gilded Dendra. That really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisail Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendru, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly Gilded Dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread, but the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master, and there are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tibet, where nothing but black Digitatus mortis grows, was caused when the Servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago. Fascinating. Okay, and that was northeast of Tibet, you say? Directly northeast? The wide area of blackened ground here is known to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching from the grave. Wow. That one looks suspicious. Moving on. Okay, cool. So we're good with that one. Still don't know what Long Meg is, but I think the girl that works at the library was going to take a look into it for us. And I don't think we really have anything else that we can look at, so we'll go ahead and end day. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh. I wonder if it has invisible ink on it. That would make sense. Every day, she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day, she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day, thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. Is she the one that... Thank you, Quail. Thank you for the posture check. I just became aware of it too, so that was perfect timing. It's and I scooted my camera some too, so it would be more obvious to myself that I'm hunching because I'm just so low in frame, and force myself to stay sitting up. So thank you so much for that posture check, Redeem. I appreciate you. Alright, so starting off, you just had the blank card. Perfect. Okay, a secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Foxfield. That is and a hydrate. Oh, you guys are taking care of me. Thank you so much. Cheers, you guys. Make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves as well. Foxfield. Where the heck was Foxfield? Okay, Foxfield. Perfect. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't read that here. So let me double check what that says. 2 miles north of Foxfield. So Foxfield, 1 mile, 2 miles. 3 ravens circle above the... rewind, try again. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving the silence. An omen. I take what I came for and leave. Ooh. This one gives, Dr. Seuss character vibes. Little arms, and then, a little face right here, and, this is, a fun little thing, sticking out of their head. Just immediately is what that made me think of. Okay, cool. So we're good there. We've got a new plant. Let's bring in the first person. Oh, immediately we get some mail. One from your librarian friend today. Do you guys think it's got stuff on what the heck Long Meg means? Bye, David! And we immediately have stuff to be able to go explore. Okay. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on the local lore. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. A sort of test. They've never allowed me in to look through their stacks. Simone. Huh? Okay, so we have to take a plant to the monks. My first instinct is to look for something that has Calder in the name. So could be Caldery. It's spelt with a U, but like that's immediately my instinct of what to take them. So we can give it a shot. I don't think there is anything else. Was there anything monk related? Let me see. The dark red fruit should not be ingested under any circumstances if they're highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. Cross section. Okay, that does not help. Okay, well, let's look at Caldery. The uses of Caldery are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up his claims. Those who worship the huntress Arduina places the flowers in an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Maybe? We think monks want that? When burned, incense made from woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthen clarity of visions, like blue flowers, rounded tufts, gentle lamb's wool. Okay, that doesn't make sense. A copper Caledonian. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it's a curse, not a blessing. The UP are younger. Okay, I don't think that one's going to help. Armor's Worry, I don't think it was going to help either. That just adds strength. Henchuck can have a startling effect on memory. So that one's the short-term memory loss one. I actually don't feel like monks want that. There's the Larkshine. Hey, Cat, how are you, boo? Hope your babies are all doing well. Larkshine is a plant with powerful defense mechanisms. Okay, this was this one that I was talking about. So I don't think it's that one for them either. Mountain Astri. Okay, that's the cup one. Norwood. Head of Crunchy Root. That's like the cold water. Has all its own, sometimes called sweet breath. Freshness of the air in its vicinity. This one removes toxins, so maybe. Historian. I'm good for babies are little monsters as always. Yeah, but that's why we love them. They're little hellions, but they're adorable. Dark red fruit should not be ingested. Okay, cool. So I feel like my instinct is to still do the Caldery one. We can give it a shot and go see. So we'll go straight to the wait, pause, go back it up. Back it up. Hey. We need to figure out what plant this is first. So it's got a little like antenna thing again. It's one that has not been identified by us yet. Ooh. Is it you? Quite beautiful, really. Deep blue. Grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Okay, yeah, could be that one. I feel like that looks like it. So we'll set it by itself over here so we know that that's potentially the one that we want to grab. The downfall... Whoop! Just about knocked my water bottle over. The downfall here, though, is because we don't know if that's for sure Caldery. If we give it to him and it's wrong, we're not going to know if the plant isn't Caldery or if it is Caldery and Caldery's wrong. Which kind of sucks, but I think it's worth a shot. So let's go to the Abbey. A small window opens within the much larger oak door. From the darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." Hi. Ugh. Okay, it wasn't the right plant. Oh, only a friend may enter. Hold on. Pause. Wait. Hold on. Wait. There was one that we already discovered that is supposed to be like a peace offering. Like you're supposed to give it between friends. Okay, let me zoom through these real quick. That one's the one the mushroom that grows in darkness. This is one for people suffering from hypothermia, skin rashes, help the dead find peace, shielding effects for afflictions of the mind. Wasn't Caldery. That one can open locks. That quite be tricky to find. Balm against eye strain. Long sharp leaves to elevate awareness. That's the antidote to the poison. That one has owie thorns. It's not the red berries. Produces beautiful round dark blue clusters. Sleeping droughts. Fox button. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Big brain moves. Fox button. Where are you, friend? Fox button. Nope, that's... Sorry. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna water some plants, because I was a big dumb duty head and clicked out of the wrong thing. So bear with me while I get my will to explore back. And then we'll try and kill Fox button. I always get clicker happy, inevitably, at some point. I got a couple more. I'm pretty sure that one feels right. Last one. Perfect. Okay, so we need to go back to the Abbey. Okay, only a friend may enter. Box button. Yeah, buddy. Sheep snap. The sheep snap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of a sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayonne. A hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inward, slowly without a sound. I'm ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Long Meg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying, before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. Regarding Long Meg, there's a stone circle north of Undermere. According to local legend, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, until one night they went too far and Meg and her daughters were turned into stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals. Amazing. Okay. Thank you, monks of the Abbey. Okay. So, start at Long Meg and then move. So we need to start at the circle. So we'll water a couple more plants here real quick so that we can get enough will to explore. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, where's our little paper? There it is. Okay, so to get the golden light, we're going to start at Long Meg, which is the stone circles. And then we're going to go south 3 and east 2. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the riverbank is a much more unusual looking flower. Yeah! It's a cool little dude. Baby. Oh. We got an achievement called Cat Lover for petting him 13 times. Perfect. Okay, let's bring somebody in. Okay, that is done, and this is done. The Sisterhood are trying my patience again. If the old Arda was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there's a time to share them, it is now. They know of a way to defeat the servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I'd better have a little chat with this new Arda, and I think I'll take some mountain asteroid with me. Yes, ma'am. Mountain asteroid. This is the cups, the one that looks like cups. Promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. Large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. I feel like what I should do is like move anything that's unlabeled up top to make my life easier. And then as I label them, they'll go down to the bottom. I feel like this is gonna eventually make my life easier. Okay. You go up there. Whoops. You go up there. There. Go. Down, down. In an earlier round. In sugar, we're going down swinging. Here we go. Okay, but we'll keep all our mushrooms together. You guys go over there. And we still have you and you. Okay, cool. So everything else is labeled. So if we're looking for something new, we look on the top row. Anything that we've already labeled or already has a little check mark, bottom row. Amazing. Okay, so cup-like flowers. What has a cup-like flower? Ha. They produce a stale, damp smell. What are you? With an odd protrusion. Okay, it's not you. I don't feel like any of these really look like... Hitting buttons. Like cups. So we may... need to find another one, but I'm like, I don't think we have any other places to look. Okay. Cup-like flowers. Okay, and none of those immediately jump out at me. It's cup-like. I don't think... Yeah, we didn't have any more letters other than the one from the dude. That was like, hey, put the plant outside the church. And then the one for the elixir, which I don't think is going to help us right now. Red flowers, soft leaves, sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Bulbs quite firm and turquoise in color. Orange fruits have no noticeable odor. It's just dark purple flowers. Pleasant fresh aroma. It's quite easy to cut oneself on the jagged leaves, I've just found out. Blue flowers are deep blue, quite beautiful really. Smells rotten. Gives off a small amount of light. Looks like a ghostly hand. Okay. I'm gonna do a hint just to keep moving. There's some buttons with strange symbols. Oh, they're buttons? Oh, son of a bitch. I don't click enough things, guys. That would be why these look like they lined up, because they probably do. Okay, so I feel like this one's here then. But you don't make sense. Are you here? Yeah. Wait, do you line up? No. What about you? Yes, okay. Okay, cool. This being upside down makes me nervous though, because this isn't upside down. Okay. 4. 1 tulip. And then the 3. Oh, there is one that's upside. Oh, shoot. I went right past it. Things. We got secrets. Okay, a Briar's disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of the cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size with the same symbols etched around its edge and a map. To encode a location, you would then place a disc over some named point on the map nearby and note whichever symbol is pointing at the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. Perfect. We already figured that out because we are smart cookies. So we'll put that down there. 1813 in Gosforth. Okay, we'll put you down there. Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology, Blackhall Road, Kendall. Any secrets? No. Perfect. And then we've got Trimblehuff. The Trimblehuff is traditionally used as a decoration at weddings, as it is thought to strengthen relationships. A cross-section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downwards to avoid filling with water to allow easy access for pollinating insects. Interesting. So this guy potentially? Okay, we'll get there soon though. Oh no! That was Devil's something. Let me pop that in here. Devil's Nightcap. This plant is known colloquially as Corpse's Friend. If ingested as a seed, it'll cause a slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates the tonic against fevers and poisons. Fascinating. Okay. Oh, that you still wanted something. All right. Mountain. You wanted the mountain astery, which is still the cup thing. We didn't get any new stuff though. What's in Gosforth? Guess we can go there. Oh no, I should not have come here. Darkness
Hey, you wanna come in?
Hi, come on in, you guys. Hello, Hobbit. Amazing. Thank you guys for hanging out. How was your stream, love? Thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm going to pop over to the just chatting here super fast so I can introduce myself. Hi, everybody. My name is Novi. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is so exciting. I've only had a couple of raids, so welcome. This is so fun. But my name is Novi. I am a variety streamer. Tonight we are playing Strange Horticulture, which has been so fun. But we are on night 2, so we're hopefully going to wrap it up tonight. But if not, we'll pick it up again on Monday because we have got Fable on Friday, and then tomorrow we're doing a surprise stream where we're going to play Berglund Gnomes with a lovely friend of the channel, Bagel Blog, who is right there saying hi to everybody. But thank you guys so much for coming on in. If you need to raid and run, take care of yourself, love. Do what you got to do. Like, I totally understand. Oh, amazing. Awesome. Hopefully we're kind of in the same spots then so that you guys don't get any crazy spoilers. So also on that front, if you guys want to, raid and run for that aspect of it as well, I 100% understand if you don't want spoilers if we do happen to be ahead of you guys. But thank you guys so much for coming in. Even if you just want to lurk and hang out, feel free. I'm so glad to have you guys. So welcome in. But right now we are working on, pop back in the game here real quick. We are working on trying to find, and you caught me at a lovely time where I made a really bad decision. Just finished one ending. Okay, perfect. I honestly didn't know that there were multiple endings, so that's really cool to know. I'm curious to see. It makes complete sense though, because we decided not to give to put the St. John's poppy outside of the church. That gentleman gave me weird vibes, so we decided not to do that. No. Don't apologize for that. That's really, really cool to know. And it makes absolute complete sense because there are different decisions that you can make along the way. But it's just one of those things that it just didn't click in my brain that, of course, that would mean, okay, cool. Yeah, he gave me weird vibes and I didn't like it. So we just didn't do that. And of course he pops back in and is like, you're gonna regret it. And I'm like, hopefully not. But we just popped on over to Gosforth because we got that interesting coin. And I was like, okay, well, we'll go over there and see. And we got some dread rising up on over here. So welcome in. You came in a lovely time. But we were trying to find the mountain astery for Verona, which is the cup-like flowers. I feel like we just don't have it yet because none of them make sense to me as being that descriptor. I went ahead and swapped some of the plants around so that everything that we already had labeled is down here on the bottom, and then everything that we have yet to label is up at the top. So I'm honestly probably going to hit another hint on this one just to see if I'm even in the right direction. Just because I tend to super go down a train of thought that has nothing to do with anything. I used to work at an escape room a long time ago, and I think it's that side of me that's it can't be easy. It's got to be so many layers deep. But thank you again so much, love, for coming on in. I hope you guys enjoy hanging on out. Yeah, it was super fun. It's definitely one of my favorite jobs, but it was unfortunately, I had rent I had to pay, and I needed to get a big girl job, unfortunately. I would go back in a heartbeat, though. It was so much fun. But also, if you guys have done escape rooms, hopefully you guys have done escape rooms. They were so much freaking fun. But yeah, I found myself overthinking a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've definitely done that. I know one of the ones at the front, at the start, when it gave you the Latin name, it did not click to me at all that there were Latin names. So it was as easy as that, where I used a hint on it because I was like, I feel like I'm stuck. But speaking of using hints, we're going to go ahead and use another one just to make sure we're on the right track. But I need to look back through my letters. I'm sure I remember seeing something that could lead me to a new map location and perhaps a new plant too. Okay, so we've got the Baylock's Elixir right now. We've got the thing from the Seeds of Redemption. Then we've already used those. Okay, this is the Briar's Disc, which we figured out how to use on our own, which is cool. Perfect. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. That means I get to whip out the follower book, which is exciting. So we do have a follower notebook where we, I say we, it's me. Hi, hello. I will draw a sticker at random for you. The Phasmo video. Yeah, Friday we did Phasmo with some friends of the channel, Bagel, Melly, and Kat. It was my first time playing. So it was very fun, but it was an adventure. But you, my dear, let me see if I can get my other... This one? Yes, no, maybe? Nope. There we go. All right. There we go. This is your sticker. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Ghosty. I will get your sticker here in just a second. Oh my god, I moved my camera around and now I'm like, where is anything? Doop-a-doop. There we go. It's just a little goose with a knife saying choose violence. So I will make sure that that gets... That was amazing. I will make sure that that gets put in there correctly. And then Ghosty, let me grab one for you, dear. Alrighty. Oh, I got multiple stuck together. Try again. There we go. Whoop, I'm about to knock everything over too. Nope, there we go. Here's a little silly goose in flight, ready for takeoff. Amazing. I will make sure that these get put into the notebook, all safe and secure, as soon as we wrap up stream tonight. But thank you guys again so much for coming in. Oh, we're all silly geese here. I love them so much. And speaking of silly geese, let me introduce you guys to Dennis. That is incredible, and I love it. But this is Dennis. He hangs out with us every day. I'm so bad with directions right now. Oh my god. This is him. He's got his little Sprite hat on. Sprite? Sprout? Listen. English may be my first language, but it's rough. But he hangs out with us and we get him dressed every day at the start of streams. This is Dennis. And then way over on that side of the screen, down at the bottom, you guys get a little digital version of him as well. That is amazing, Ghosty. I love those. Oh my god. But you guys get a little digital version of him, so he hangs out during stream, and I try to get him dressed every day. I actually just made a command today that's exclamation Dennis that reminds me to get him dressed for you guys, because for the last couple of streams I've completely forgotten to make sure he's wearing his hat for you guys to see as well. But welcome in again, you guys, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's try to figure out this puzzle. So this is the letter about the Briar's discs. We did kind of stumble into that one. That was kind of one of the puzzles where I feel like escape room like experience helped, because we figured that out before this. But that's kind of the only other letter that we've got right now, unless I've got something hiding out behind everything, which is very, very possible. I kind of grabbed a bunch of stuff all at once there. There we go. Your alert will get ready for bed. 1:30 a.m. for you. Oh my goodness. It's like 9:30 for me. So definitely take care of yourself, my dear. Thank you so much for coming in. And I appreciate the alert very, very much. We've got this one, and I don't know if this letter from the Seeds of Redemption group is going to help us here. Expertise would be very useful to us. And we have much to offer in return. Let us know what we can do. Okay, I don't see anything here that we can use with that. Yeah, it's lovely to meet you too. Hopefully I'll be able to catch one of your streams at some point. Let me actually, while I'm thinking about it. Amazing, perfect. Okay, cool. I went ahead and dropped you a follow, so I should get notified next time you're on. And if I have the chance to come see what you guys are doing, I will. And thank you. I've always loved making new friends. It's so exciting. But then the Briar's disc. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. To encode a location, messaging a string of multiple symbols together, but you can do that to reach any other point on the map. I feel like we used all of those already. I don't have anything else hiding out in here. We went to Gosforth, and that didn't do us any good. That, in fact, got us in trouble. Don't believe there's any other like secret hiding stuff. I feel like we can actually put these away as well, because we did open that secret compartment. So let me just organize a little bit. Okay, Blackhall Road and Kendall. Let's see. Take a peek here. In Kendall, is that a place here? I feel like the map overwhelms me every time I open it up, just because like I inevitably look around everything and don't actually take information in. Oh, there it is. Okay, Kendall. Do we want to go see what's there? So we can see if that guy's where that business card's from. We can see if he's there. Okay. I find the medicinal herbology shop off Blackhall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter, Robert Barrow, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi. I have just the thing for him. Okay, where's my book? There's my book. Okay, copper... Caledonian. I always want to say Caladian, and I'm like, that's not correct. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it's a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you'll quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and not a part of the plant. Which immediately makes me think of this one. Because that's the one that dude came in earlier and was like, take it away from me, this plant's cursed. Okay, bye. So I feel like it's that one. I'm so nervous to do this right now, though, because we're so close to whatever ends up happening when we fill up this gauge. That's the word I'm looking for. But I feel like it's this one because he came in and said it was cursed. Okay, amazing. 3 new plants. I love that for us. Are one of you the cup-like plant? Okay, well, you're unidentified, so you're going to go up here. And then you are identified, so we need to... Copper Caledonian. And I have no rhyme or reason for what color I pick. It's all based on vibes. I have not figured out an accurate labeling system. So I just pick a random color. Alright, purple flowers, long leaves, a distinctive smell that reminds me of old musty books. That very well could be it. What was it called? Mountain Astery. Look, I'm sitting here just still jamming the music. I don't know if you guys heard that at all. I think I've got it muted for the screen, but I'm still just like sitting here and just listening to the Spotify. Okay, cool. Produces a stale, damp smell. So, old musty books. And it looks like a cup. I think it looks like a cup. Okay, thank God. I got nervous there for a second. All right. Perfect. Why did I click out of that? Inevitably, I get so clicker happy sometimes. Weeping Bell. A plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of rainbow. The soft frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It's also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. We just picked that one up. Oh shoot, hold on, wait, pause. Let me label this before I forget. Hey, hi Waffles. Thank you for redeeming your daily honk, my dear. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Hello. I cannot remember what the heck we just gave her. Mountain Astery, that's what it was. Mountain Astery. Before I completely forget to label it. Okay, perfect. And then moving back to Weeping Bell, I think is the one. Yes, also known as Golden Light. So we just picked up the Golden Light not long ago. Is it you? Soft leaves. Okay, I think this was the Weeping Bell. Not gonna label it just yet, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I think that was it. You're done. Still working on you guys. You're getting a little pet, the kitty. And for anybody that just came in, he's sleeping at the moment, but I do have a kitty cat that looks just like this little guy, so it was super cool to see him. And we do also sometimes have a cat cam. There's a bed that sits next to me that I've got a webcam on, but we unfortunately just don't have any of the kitties in it right now. But we do have one hanging out back here with us, so you still at least get a little bit of kitty cats. Right, Thomas Green. I have finished the designs you asked me to work on. Be very careful in wrapping these. Some of the glass work is quite delicate, and I've taken great care transporting them. I don't remember asking you to work on designs, but okay. My lab equipment is finally here. I'll now be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from plants. That's so cool. Okay, I have a distinct feeling that we're not going to finish this game tonight. I think there's a lot more left. That's so cool. Okay, so we could, as soon as we figure out what these are, we could make this elixir, which is exciting. But I don't remember seeing any of those flowers yet. Like this one, I feel like could be it. Like it could be this one, like if it was like a top-down view. And like maybe, but like it's so hard to see. Wait, are you? I think this one. Okay, well that didn't help. I think this one might be this one. That looks the same, so we're gonna put you in. This one's got some pointier leaves. You? Okay, that could make sense. And then let's see you. Almost sunflowery. Is it you? Maybe. Oh no, is it you? I mean, I feel like I could technically just attempt one. Maybe? I don't think there's a repercussion. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that did not help. It's got the lines through it, so I think it's this one. We're gonna try this one. Great. Yay! What are you? Where are you? Oh, you're here. Oh, okay. Well, we'll start. Can I label you? I can't type elixir. I'm gonna put question mark because I'm not positive on that at all. Welcome back to anybody that was in ads. Thank you guys for hanging out and sticking around and supporting the channel. I appreciate it very, very much. But I believe while you guys were gone, I looked over at the last second, so I'm not sure exactly when you guys left. But we did unlock the ability to make elixirs. So, okay, this check marked. Okay, so I can remove the question mark on this guy then. So we were able to pinpoint the 3 different plants and use that to make one of the Baylox elixirs. So I think we are good on that front. I'm pretty sure we're done with that too, so I'm going to put that away. We still have the coin. I don't think there's any more like secret hidden stuff. So we're gonna see who else is hanging out outside. Oh, Bethany's back. Okay. The new Arda wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the danger has awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Arduina. Remember there being a plant for that. Perfect. Ooh, and the location. Awesome. Okay. Paldery? Because I think it was the one that I wanted to take to the monks just based off the name. Yes, those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flowers and offering. Amazing. Grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Which I think I thought it was this guy. So we can, well, okay, we'll try and explore. Where's our piece of paper? Around here somewhere. Here it is. Okay. So I think that's a river. So there's mountains on either side. Okay, which... So I think it's a river. I don't think it's a, like, ocean, because there wouldn't be, like, a mountain and church on one side and then mountain and church on the other side. So where do you line up? So we need one that's a little more vertical. That doesn't quite line up here. I partially wish that these were on translucent paper. Okay, like that would make my life easier. Oh my god. Not in a bad way though. And also anybody who just came in, you can hear my husband. He's playing Monster Hunter with a friend of ours. And if you guys have ever played Monster Hunter, you know sometimes you get a little loud, but we also kind of share a space as well. So if you hear him, I'm sorry, but also I think it's really funny. So where are you? Ooh, are you here? Maybe? You line up there? Okay, well I thought that lined up. But that would put these mountains, like, in that lake. Well. Like, I thought that lined up. Oh, it totally does. The bottom doesn't super line up, so it looks like whoever was drawing it was just like, yeah, whatever, as they, like, went off down the way. But this lines up, and so does this, and there's mountains here and here. Which makes me think it's here. So let's go try there. It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. Trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here, as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Arduina. I'm pretty sure it was this. Ooh, hold on. I can do either. Let's read up on what they do, because we don't frequently get two options. Okay, so this was the one. To those that worship the huntress, Arduina place an offering to ensure a successful hunt. And the other one was Ember Soul. It's thought to have protective properties. It's sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. So they're both able to be given, one for sanctuary and one for success on a hunt. Interesting. Okay, well, what does... Go back. Ember Soul. Let's see if we can even find Ember Soul, because it's possible we may not have it. And if that's the case, then that kind of answers that question for us. That happened earlier with the gentleman that was really rude to us. He didn't have... or we didn't have the other option for that yet, because we hadn't found it. That's not it. Okay, yeah, it looks like we may not have it yet, because there's no check mark, so we don't already have it discovered. Okay, so it looks like we're going this one. Plant identified. Evelum. Okay, the scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it's said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Evelum has many short, pretty leaves. Okay, well, where's that one? So we can label it as Cauldry, giving purple, and then move you down to discovered. Okay, cool. Who's next? Natalie Goober. I'm being harassed by loonies, shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Well, they can take their steeds of whatever, woken something or other nonsense, and stick it where the sun don't shine. I'm not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. I'm looking for some lark shine to drive them away if they come round again. Yes, ma'am. Alright. Lark Shine's a plant with a powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days, sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this one. I clocked that previously. Perfect. Okay. The Lyle of Neptune, also called Truthsayer, this plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. Okay. Alright, let's label you Lark Shine. And you're pointy, which is red. For some reason. Okay, we did that. I don't think we have anywhere else to explore at the moment. Because we still need... Oh wait, did we have Farmer's Worry? Because we needed that for whatever was in the Scar Cave. We don't. Okay. Yeah, Spongy Mushroom. Yeah, I don't think... Because all my mushrooms are kind of over here. I don't think we have yet. Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and end day. Let's see what our... Ooh! This is a Cheese of Truth card. In time, she learned that the Sisterhood had secrets, or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but by now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. Monday. Okay. This immediately makes me think, Mountain Heights. Yep, okay, perfect. 902, 803. So we're gonna go to E16. Go see what's there. Alright. I don't know why I opened that. There we go. Perfect, okay. The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crags stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colorful plant stands out amongst the moss. Ooh, look at you. So fancy. I like that one. I mean, I like them all, but like, I like that one. Cool, okay. You the little boy pants. Hi, buddy. George Campbell. My old man reckons there's a plant what can find pots of gold buried underground. Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell me what, or tell you what. When I'm rich, I'll throw a share of the gold your way. I remember seeing it. Was it the Night Trap? No. I remember just reading that one. This is one of those moments when I try to make it so much more difficult than it needs to be, because it literally tells me right there what it's called. Weeping Bell. A plant that's believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. Soft frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It's also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Okay. I remember picking this one up. I think it's this one. I think this was the one that we picked up. Perfect. With the long Meg puzzle. Well, hello. Welcome. Are you saying hi? Yeah, you are. Say hello. She's just woke up from her nap. To be a cat. Lesser Marydock. The round flower head of the Marydock is made up of smaller yellow florets. A single drop of the strong-smelling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental faculties, rendering them slow and uncomprehending. And this is Alara. She is one of our babies. She's our anxious kitty cat. Hey, do you want to come sit in cat camp? She just woke up, so she's like, I don't know. Yeah, all of our babies are named after elements of some variety. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Codex Alera series, book series from Jim Butcher. But Alera is named directly after that, after like the land in the book. And then we have Ignis. She's named after fire. Hi, Bug. And then Arrow, who is air, and Pharos, who is metal. Do you want to say hi? Sorry, quick kitty bake. And apologies for mic noise. She's trying to find a good comfy spot. Okay. And this, my friends, is why we have wireless everything. Okay, so she's sitting in my lap now. Cool. Maybe. There we go. Cool. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. The babies run the house, so if she says I want to sit in front of you, I move around her. Okay, cool. So we had that correct. Amazing. Which means we can also label it as and now I gotta type one-handed. This Weeping Bell. I think I spelled that correctly. I did. Okay, perfect. Who's next? Amos Duncan. Hey, you've been writing me letters, friend. I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave, I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination, and I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it. This is where you come in. Surely you've got something up your sleeve for me. I do indeed, as long as I made it correctly. Here you go. Amazing. Spring wax cap, an edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Here's one of the tiny Velcro cable management things. I was like, what are you playing with? Yes, thank you for the kisses. I appreciate it. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright. Next. Alice Boyd. Oh, I like her necklace. I've run out of... Oh, I can't remember its name. The sweet-smelling plant with purple flowers. I need it for reasons. Okay, are you sweet-smelling? A gentle scent. Okay, so maybe. That one's unpleasant. Okay, not that one. That's a pleasant aroma. Is that all you've got to give me, my friend? It's just sweet-smelling plant, small purple flowers. They have a delicate scent. Okay, what about you? Where you smell is alluring. You really didn't give me much to work on at all. Hi, you moving around again? Which way are you going? Nope. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so possibly that one. Ooh, flowers are soft purple. The sweet scent. That's big stretches. You going on that way now? Just gotta move everything around again. Okay. Flowers are soft purple with a sweet scent. Maybe they're not small. Would you consider those small? I don't know. We've got wiggle room because we don't have any dread at the moment. It's another purple that's sweet. One's a buttery scent. Just dark purple. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. I think that one might be correct. Whoops. Shit. Okay, never mind. I was incorrect. Okay, small purple flowers. Okay, well, let's look in here at whatever the heck you were called. What were you? Solomon's Scepter. What's your descriptor? There, okay, used in witchcraft. Sweet smelling, and that would make sense why you don't want to tell me. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, witchcraft would definitely be 4 reasons in that scenario. Cool. Okay, who is next? Hi, Simone. Oh goodness, Hellbore, you haven't been getting enough food? That's terrible. Whatever will become of you? My mother's had me looking into the servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. It's strange, I'm sure I've seen the reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank whenever I try and find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyways and thought I'd drop it off to you in person. That and sneak in some helper hugs. He's such a good boy. Okay. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections in Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Monkisser, I think that was an M, are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. Okay. So the archives at, I think that was an M, Moncaster. Yo, she said Ambleside. Okay, I'll start at one side. I literally look at it and then I start going all the way around and then realize I haven't actually taken in any of the information, and so I like circle around again. Okay, it was either an H or an M. There it is. Okay, we'll go there. I followed Fremont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I have still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention. The Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. This servant is assumed to be immortal since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that doesn't mean that it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb. To the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. Hi, Finn, how are you? I hope you had a good day today. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so we've got... Let's look at the map in this at the same time. Oops, not that. Let's get that over. Okay, so a ritual site of importance was created near Blackcomb, which I believe was on this side of the map, but I may just be misremembering that completely. Nope, it's right here. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, so to the south of the Watcher and the Great Oak, and I think the Great Oak was here? Yes, so the Great Oak is here. Who's the Watcher? Or what is the Watcher? Created near the Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak and the Dendru was ousted. This feels like one of those, like, the commas are very important moments. Okay. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb. To the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak and the Dendru was ousted from this world. So is it to the south of the Watcher and then the Great Oak and the Dendru were... No, because that would be were ousted. Okay, so the Dendru was ousted. So near Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher... Or is it it's calling the Great Oak the Watcher? Okay. Boom, buddy. I can always tell when we're reaching like the tail end of stream because my brain just like shuts down. Okay, cool. Got it. So near Blackcomb, south of the Watcher, also known as the Great Oak. Okay. So that the great oak is here. So I feel like it might be here, so we can go check that out. Let's see if that gives us anything. Okay, cool. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recess at the base. 5 slots for plants. This is the right place, but I'm too early. I need Verona Green's help to perform the ritual. Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Ritual at 09. That way I don't have to go through that thought process again later. Alright. Amazing. Cool. Perf. Okay. So we'll go ahead and file that away for right now too. We're good on that aspect, and we'll go ahead and bring in the next person. John Hall. Norwood, please. I find it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift. Okay. Norwood. Hi. Hi, Finland. Thanks for coming in with the raid and hanging out this long. I appreciate you. We've got Norwood here for John. A bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by a sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light. I don't know if this actually will show anything, but like, to me, unnatural light would be whatever secrets this thing's hiding. Okay, apparently not. That's a-okay. So a crunchy root. I don't know if we had anything that was like classified as crunchy. Sickly sweet scent. Long purple leaves. Okay, do we have anything else at the moment to go find new plants? So I feel like that's always possible as well. We have the will now. I don't think we have any more letters. So I think this one just gave us the spot to the ritual shrine. We know that 5 plants are required. We don't know which plants. Cool. Okay, so I think that's done right now. And again, I truly don't know if you guys can hear him, but every now and then I just hear these squeals and I just know they're fighting something big in Monster Hunter. It brings me so much joy. Okay, focus. Crunchy root of this plant has the effect of cold water. Okay, leaves feel soft underneath. Large stamen seems to be the source of that acerbic odor. Quite easy to cut oneself on the jagged leaves. It has a pleasant, fresh aroma. That one. That one just has an unpleasant scent. A gentle scent. The bulb is quite firm, turquoise, oh my god, in color. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we don't have this one yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get a hint. Just because they're not counting against me, so I'm okay with getting more. Releases spores that show up under unnatural light. I have a device in my possession that I can use to view them. You don't say. Also, inevitably, there's times when I'm on the... I'm sorry. I'm ashamed. Here you go, sir. I knew it. I was on the right track, and I just didn't actually double-check everything. It'd be like that sometimes, though. All right, Daisy Dock. A simple potion that will grant courage can be brewed from the leaves. It is said that ancient warriors would take it before going into battle. Fascinating. Okay, this was Norwood. Okay, and you've been discovered, so you come down here. Okay. Okay, so that's end of day. I don't think we had anywhere else to check, so I'm okay with ending day now. Let's see what card we get. The first letter of the Latin name of the plant known as golden light, the number of petals on a lucky caballia flower. When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the artist was dead, she only felt elation. Years after she had first laid eyes on the book, she had what she needed. Uh-oh. I do feel like this is that gentleman's daughter that ran away. Ugh. Ruh-roh. Okay. First letter of the Latin name, the plant known as golden light. What was the golden light? I don't remember. I feel like I would remember what it looks like, though. Is it the Weeping Bell? Is it that one? Amazing. Yes, so L. And then the number of petals on a lucky caballia flower. Where's caballia? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, L6. Let's go. HIJKL 6. I feel lied to. The first letter of the Latin name of the plant also known as golden. Did I just completely goof that? And then the number of petals on a luck. Oh, I didn't read. No. Okay, that's fine. We just water some plants. We get some more will to explore. And then we go to L7 because finding a 7-petaled flower is considered to bring good fortune. Yay. I hate that. I get so far ahead of myself sometimes. And all I have to do is just read. At least I get to water plants that I just haven't watered in a while. Last one. Okay, try again. JKL 7. There we go. I amble through meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear, and hidden among them, something new for my collection. Okay. Anyone who may have come in with a hobbit, or hobbit if you happen to still be here, lovely. Roughly how much longer is this game? Like, I know I may be moving at a completely different pace than you, but we're getting kind of close to where I typically try to end stream. But if it's like we're really close, then I'll push through, and that's okay. But if it's like enough to where we could play some more on Monday and still feel like we've got a decent amount of game, that might be the better call. So if any of you have an idea, if not, also that's a-okay. Okay, so we got new plants. These guys. I was like, where did they go? Nope, up there. Oh, that's an empty spot on the shelf. Or that is an empty break in the shelf. It's a better way to phrase that. Okay, that's a-okay waffles. Like, I always look up the playtime, so like I know it's generally about, oh shoot, I think it was like 6 hours. Oh, see, I say that and now I can't remember. And it's a-okay either way. It's like, it feels like there could still be like a decent amount, but also I don't know, we'll see. I may just call it on the fly here in a little bit. Okay, we got those two. Let's go ahead and bring somebody else in. Hi, Verona. The Sisterhood was attacked last night. Bethany's dead. No, Bethany! I like Bethany. Along with the new Arda and 13 others. Those damn fools with all their secrets. No amount of pleading with them could get them to see sense, but through blind luck, we've been left with a slender hope in this fight. Sister Charlotte managed to escape the slaughter with one thing that could help in the fight against the servant. Trust no one. Keep it hidden, but get it open. Okay. Okay. This just got a little more mysterious. So I feel like we might have a little bit more. So I feel like let's make it through this day, because I don't know when it saves. We'll make it through day 12 and we'll go from there. Okay. Well, how do you open, friend? We'll just put you down here for right now. Okay, who's next? David! Hi, buddy. You're saying the Sisterhood has been attacked. I don't know much more than that, but those Seeds of Redemptionists have gotten all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside Pulliver's right now. Ugh. Yikes. Foxfield Trident. You got it, buddy. Nope. I would like this, please. Foxfield and Trident. Those are my favorites because they're super straightforward now that I know how it works. From Foxfield, the Trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here, a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. Okay, I was like, don't we already have that one? But we don't. But these two look very similar to me, which might end up getting us in trouble later. Okay, you are done. Nope. Yep, I should call the next customer. Oops. I'm going to Blackcomb. I will kill the servant. Many people, my people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I'm not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. I will take Embersoul. Okay. Embersoul is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves. They're razor sharp. Okay. I don't remember if we picked this one up or not. Oh, was it this guy? Jagged leaves. You can cut oneself some. Okay, yeah. Y'all. Perfect. Did you want it? Okay. I accidentally rang the bell. That's what happened. I was like, did you not want this one? Widow's Woe, said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partially due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow out of a bed of long, thin leaves. That one, maybe? Okay, who's next? Milton Forbes. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example. Do you own the antique shop that we would be part of in the next game? Arnside Antiques, Orchard Road. Any secrets? No. Well, Orchard Road doesn't give me a whole lot to go off of. Where's Orchard Road? I don't know. Because the last business card at least had a general location. Okay. Well, I'll just set that aside for the moment. Go ahead and bring in the next person. They Swift. The dreams have changed. I understand now what I need to do. When your librarian friend visits tomorrow, give her this instead of the palliance that she'll ask for. She knows something that she's not telling you. Oh, is this one of those times that we can change our mind? Or not change our mind, but like choose our path? What's the one that was like a truth serum? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, that one. Also called Truth Sayer, force a person to tell the truth when eaten. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what that is. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, I don't think we've got anywhere else we can go. We probably can do something with this one, but I don't know where Orchard Road is. We're just gonna end day. Oh, pardon me, excuse me, sorry. And then we'll get our card, and then we'll probably call it there. It's about 10:30 for me, and I do have work tomorrow. Endmore Raven Spider. Equipped with the artist's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. Day 13, Wednesday. Okay, I want to jump in and do more, but we're gonna hang tight. We're gonna hold off. Alrighty, cool. So let me just shift gears here. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, thank everybody so freaking much for being here tonight. And Hobbit, if you were still around, thank you, my dear, for the raid. I appreciate you so much. And anybody who followed tonight, y'all are incredible. Anybody who lurked tonight, thank you so much. Y'all have been so great tonight. And I'm so excited to keep going on this game. But we are going to do that on Monday. Yes, Monday. So tomorrow we've got a surprise stream, which is just not part of my normal schedule. We are going to be playing. Let me exit out of this. I've got multiple sounds yelling at me right now. Okay, whew, that was overwhelming. But we are going to play Berglund Gnomes, the demo with our friend Bagel. So we're going to play that at 6 o'clock tomorrow EST. And we played it a little bit, a little tiny bit, probably about an hour or so on Friday, and it was so funny. So I'm very excited to play that with her tomorrow. And then Friday, we will be back at 7:30 EST for Fable Friday. That will be a later stream for us, so it'll probably go until close to midnight, if not later, and try and get some decent work done in Fable. And then we'll be back Monday at, again, 7:30 EST with more Strange Horticulture. We'll finish that. And I may just have a couple demos lined up. We might just do our demo wheel. We might spin off of that and just go ahead and pick something off of that to play while we wrap up stream, depending on how long the rest of Strange Horticulture takes us. But we are going to raid out tonight. We can try to raid out every single night. So I am going to take a peek at who is on at the moment. I know a lot of times when we raid out, we end up raiding into somebody that's playing a completely different kind of game from us. I honestly am kind of a-okay with that because a lot of times we'll raid into somebody that's playing, like we raid into Melly, for example, and she's playing like Outlast Trials or Resident Evil or something that I tend not to play. I love to watch them, but I tend not to play them because I get spooked real easily. But so let me take a peek and see who is on right now. Let's see. Okay, Lace is playing Reanimal, which is fun, but I'm not sure where they are at in the game. Okay, cool. I think we're going to go hang out with Lace. So if you guys want to come on over and hang out, there is a fun little raid message you guys are welcome to copy and paste. But if you also need to head out, have a good night. Thank you guys so much. And you can take care of yourselves. Remember to challenge yourselves, but don't be so rough on yourselves as well. Find that balance. Do something fun. We all deserve it in this point right now with how crazy everything is. Just do something you find joy in. Whether it's baking cookies or painting a picture or reading a good book or writing or going for a walk in nature. whatever the heck you want to do. Find something that is fun and that you feel good doing, and try and do that between now and the stream on Friday. I'm going to challenge you guys to do that, and I'll try and do that as well. And we'll reconvene. We'll talk about it. We'll have a good time. But thank you guys so much. We are going to go ahead and raid on over into Lace and watch them play Reanimal. But I love you guys so freaking much. I'm so thankful that each and every one of you is here tonight and is here in general. So thank you guys, and I hope that you all stay silly and stay safe. Mwah.